Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
No, I don't. Welcome back to Nothing Alive. I'm J. Tyler.
And I am your Ms. Parker.
Oh, the Donner dinner party. Did you?
Sorry, we just had a slap fight. It happens every now and then. He slaps me, I slap him back, and then it's just slap, 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 slap.
It's mostly just me going like, please don't pee on me. But other than that.
That is kind of an issue.
All right, back to COVID-19. We're back to the COVID corner.
Do you want to just talk about that a little bit? Go ahead.
Donner dinner party. So it was just a little curio shop that was in Nevada City that had this. Like, hey, I don't know. Thought you guys might like it.
Some human.
A rowdy game of frontier cannibalism. Damn, I didn't have that.
I wonder if you can go in there and have your own. Like, I'd like to eat her leg and a couple of my fingers and then his nostrils.
That would be uncouth. All right.
So we're going to launch back into some COVID stuff.
This is the COVID corner.
Biden administration to boost at-home rapid testing with $1 billion investment. It's about to get faster, easier, and cheaper.
Just like her.
To get...
Damn, that was a great joke. That's right. You want to do that again? It's about to get faster, easier, and cheaper.
Hey,
than your co-host.
Hey, for $1 billion, I would be a cheaper hoe.
That was dope.
Signed, sealed, delivered, honey.
Fucking funny shit. I thought I was gonna beat you to the joke. But I bring you your Miss Parker.
Unlike this guy, I'm paying attention. I've got my fingers on the pulse, not up my ass, on what's happening in this studio up in here.
So many jokes to be made. So many.
It's about to get faster, easier, and cheaper to get a rim job from Jay.
Go on.
An at-home COVID-19 test, the Biden administration says. The Biden administration is set to boost COVID-19 testing in the U.S. by announcing an additional investment in at-home rapid tests.
Seems like they're pretty fucking serious about this COVID-19 thing.
You think?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should get serious about this.
Maybe this is starting to become a problem. Is that what you're saying? Like,
we've had a few days to think about
it. It's something that needs to be solved.
Well, we've had like 460 days to think about it.
Well, to be fair, the person who's proposing this wasn't in charge 460 days ago. Just
in New York, a bunch of anti-vaxxers came rolling in, and they couldn't find any vaccine like protesters. They were just marching through like, vaccine's a hoax, vaccine's a hoax, and they stumbled across like a fucking testing tent, like just a testing van, this mobile testing thing. So guess what they did? They spoke to them gently and, and said like, hey, we don't really buy the vaccine. Like, what do you think? No, they didn't do that. They fucking ripped their fucking tent down while one of the nurses who was administering the test did the Running Man, which was fucking...
Running toward or
no,
away?
The Running Man. He did the Running Man dance while these anti-vaxxers came in and like ripped down, like flipped pulled down their tent. But
these folks just don't give a fuck anymore. They've seen it all.
Well, and then there's cops there. And you know what the cops did? They totally stopped these guys from doing what they were doing.
No, they didn't. They walked off the job because they didn't want to get a vaccine.
They fucking did nothing. He fucking did shit, man. It was fucking hilarious.
I'm sorry. That was Massachusetts, where a bunch of them walked off the job.
New York, what's up?
The White House COVID-19 coordinator, Jeff Zients, announced on that a $1 billion investment, which will go toward rapid at-home COVID-19 tests to put on the market.
Dude, you guys see an urgency to get the tests out there? That ain't a fucking conspiracy, man. That's urgency.
But it's got Biden's name attached to it.
This
so
means the
it's a lizard
companies will
people
be
thing.
able to expand production of tests even further based on the United States government commitment to procuring an additional 180 million rapid tests over the course of the year, with tens of millions more tests coming to the market over the course of the next 30 days, Zint said. And dude, do you see a sense of urgency to get tests out there and vaccines out there? I don't know what you fucking think, you anti-vaxxers, because honestly, man, action speaks louder than words.
Oh, they're just gonna mop it up by saying it's the test companies are just trying to make money and the government's playing right into it because they're all in bed together and there's no pandemic. It's all a big fat hoax, which brings me to let's go to this story right here.
Okay.
Chicago doctor,
others deal with COVID denial. You're welcome to leave, but you will all be dead before you get in your car. And that's a smiling ass motherfucker right there, man.
Yeah.
Dr.
Carl Lambert. That's what he delivers it fresh and he delivers it, untarnished. That's the untarnished truth from Dr. Carl Lambert.
Enjoy suffocating
all by yourself before you're.
Sorry.
The COVID-19 patient's health was quickly deteriorating at a Michigan hospital, but he was having none of the doctor's
I will have none of your professional diagnosis.
Despite having dangerously low oxygen levels, the unvaccinated man didn't think he was that sick and got
Nurse, get me a scotch.
Got so irate over a hospital policy forbidding his wife from being at his bedside that he threatened to walk out of the building.
She should be barefoot and in the kitchen,
making me a sandwich and preparing to give me a blowjob.
Give me a scotch and water, little lady.
Dr. Matthew Trunsky says he didn't hold back, telling the man, "You're welcome to leave, but you'll be dead before you get to your car." Such exchanges have become all too common for doctors facing COVID
He
denial.
said, "Whatever, darky." He rolled out.
And misinformation.
Of course, it's a black doctor.
that have made it exasperating to treat unvaccinated patients during the coronavirus surge driven by the highly contagious Delta variant.
Oh, God.
I have to wonder what's happening with mental health and suicide rates of doctors right now.
It was high enough before. The Associated Press asked Dr. Carl Lambert, a family physician at Rush University Medical Center, and 5 other doctors, because they needed 4 out of 5 doctors. 5 out of 6 doctors from across the country about misinformation and denial regarding COVID they face. Here are their stories.
Oh, now we're going to get into the testicles.
Nicki Minaj, turns out, doesn't know shit about shit.
Oh, it's pretty funny because
she understands how to twerk a booty.
It literally says here, Dr. Carl Lambert, Chicago, : Nicki Minaj is wrong. Lambert hears lots of wild misinformation from his patients. Some comes from Bible interpretations, some from rapper Nicki Minaj. Some is the stuff of internet conspiracy theories. People cite falsehoods spread on social media, according to the Chicago physician is misspelled, who says he's had patients tell him microchips.
Wow, you just got
are embedded in vaccines.
Dude,
you just got corrected by Miss Parker.
That's right. Recognized.
Embedded in vaccines is part of a ploy to take over people's DNA. Oh, that makes so much sense.
By the way, how would you say that word?
What word?
Fisian?
Which word?
Fisian? Chicago Fisian?
Fission.
Fission?
Fission.
Fission.
Impossible scientifically, he tells them. He also hears from patients
Just like that word.
saying the vaccine will weaken your immune system and cause your dick to spontaneously combust.
Oh my God.
He responds, Immunology 101. Vaccines help your immune system. Recently he got a flurry of messages, a veritable flurry.
What's a flurry? It's not the delicious drink that you get from like
DQ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, I want a flurry.
DQ flurry. Hey, get yours today.
From patients worried about damage to their
wait for it.
Wait for it.
Go.
Testicles.
Oh, I was gonna go with this.
A rumor he traced to a tweet from Minaj. And
well,
Cucker,
that would be the same thing.
You know who else has been saying it? Cucker.
Yeah.
Cucker Tarleson. The cuck.
He is the cuck.
And I was like, that's outlandish, says Lambert, who says he now has to do a lot of just kind of counseling that I did not expect to have to do. I love this guy. He makes the best statements. Some of the misinformation
is delivered from the pulpit, he says. People have sent them sermons saying the vaccine is ungodly. Good. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, just ungodly. And there's something in it that will mark you. A reference to the book of Revelation about the mark of the beast. That some Christians cite as a reason for not getting vaccinated. A book written 2,500 years before vaccinations were a thing. You know, that's what I always look for. Do you look for that? What? I look for the oldest book I can find to get reference to modern day problems.
Hey, you know what? Don't even read the goddamn Bible. Find that shit that's carved on stone. That's where you should be getting your information.
That's the Magna Carta. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Misinformation comes from the pulpit.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is delivered from the pulpit.
There's a mixture of like almost fear, Lambert says, and
it's
saying,
like, there's
hey,
like a mixture of like almost fear.
And saying, hey,
if you like do this, maybe you're like not as faithful as you should be as say like a
spaghetti.
As a Christian?
Spaghetti.
Oh, Christian.
Most often, though, he'll have patients just wanting to wait.
There's a mixture of like something.
Snot and semen.
Most often, though, he'll have patients just wanting to wait, uneasy with how quickly the vaccine was developed, and suggesting that the pandemic will end on its own.
Yeah, when you're dead.
When you're dead, yeah. when all you idiots are dead.
When all you are laying on the ground with your legs sticking up in the air.
Yep, that's it. Not today, Satan.
Lambert says his job is a lot of just dismantling what people have heard.
It's just like a lot of just dismantling what people have heard.
Answering their questions and reassuring them that
vaccines like work like this. Just like when we were kids.
Yeah.
Remember?
Did you get polio?
Yeah. Yeah. I've changed some mind. I've had patients that maybe like 4 months ago said, "You're wasting your time, Dr. Lambert. I don't want to hear what you're talking about it." And they'll come back and say, "Hey, you know what? I've been watching the news. I've seen some of the stuff you said, and I think I'm like ready now."
Now, I have a question. Why would somebody bother going to
I went from Beavis to like full-on weirdo.
Okay. Why would somebody go to a doctor if they're not going to listen to what the doctor says?
I don't know, like maybe somebody like thought like, I don't feel good. Like maybe I should like go to the doctor. But then like, then I have to like get a vaccination and wear a mask. It'd be like a real bummer. So I chose to die instead. This is your fucking COVID corner.
Part 2.
Part 2.
part 4 of Nothing Yet Live, Hump Day, and part 2 of COVID Corner. Stay tuned. Part 3 is coming up.
You're like wasting your time, Dr. Lambert. I don't want to hear what you're talking about.
Because I'm like smarter than you and stuff.
So they'll like come back and say like, hey, you know what? I've been watching MTV a lot. What are you gonna say? Hey, we're gonna come back in a minute with just basically a bunch of.
We love you, Dr. Lambert. You're awesome. Yeah. You're a long-suffering hero.
We're gonna come back with "Should I buy this?" and a bunch of other bullshit that
and another one, a Texas man story that ties into COVID.
Yeah, and this was brought to you by
Let me try that.
OCP.
Cannon, state of the art. Bang bang.
OCP assault cannon. Get yours today. Endorsed by Marjorie Taylor Greene
and Matt Gaetz.
Yep, you got to get your Cobra assault cannon. Kill your lion today.
And pose with it. Take a selfie.
I was like J. Ty.
I am your Miss Parker.
This is Nothing Yet Live.